Today I will presentation the topic about rural tourism at week 4, and my name is Giang Minh and I will present the topic for you. So, firstly, I want to introduce you some main point about rural tourism. The first is definition. What is rural tourism? And I will give you some examples. The second is what are rural tourism's characteristics. And the third one is what are different types of rural tourism. So let's move to uh, the first main point is definition. So what is rural tourism? So rural tourism is a type of travel experience that focuses on exploring and immersing oneself in the beauty and the tranquility of rural areas. So I'll give you some example. For example, in some provinces or cities of Vietnam, there are many rural tourism activities for domestic and foreign tourists to participate in and experience the daily rural style as well as traditional jobs of Vietnamese people. So example is making coffee in Tây Nguyên rural villages. Um, Next example is raising fish in Mekong Delta. And the last example I want to give you is making pottery in Bagiang Pottery Village. We move to the main point two. What are rural tourism's characteristics? So first is seasonality. The second is fragmentation. And the last one is role of woman. So let's go to the disclaimer. The first one is seasonality. So seasonality is in the tourism business, seasonality mainly refers to a phenomenon of variation in supply and demand brought on by elements like public and school vacation and weather. The second I want to explain to you is fragmentation. So rural tourism activity often take place in non-urban rural areas, having a low population density, landscape and land use areas. We dominate in agriculture and forestry, as well as the change of traditional social structure and lifestyle, which creates a variety of fragmentation in rural areas. So the last one is role of woman. So what is role of woman? So the role of woman is often emphasized in rural tourism because rural women are usually known as resilient, strong, hard workers, although they had un uneducated and often receive a little access to training or essential tools for their work. So the last main point is spread. What are the different types of rural tourism? Let's find out with me. The first one is ecotourism, nature-based tourism, often known as ecotourism, is the practice of traveling to nature regions to take in the scenery, which include fauna and flora. It is also frequently referred to as recreation-based tourism. So eco ecotourism may be either passive, in which observers observers tend to be strictly observer of nature or active, where participants take part in outdoor recreation or adventure travel activities. Next, we have uh, heritage tourism. The term heritage tourism, which also known as cultural tourism or historical tourism, describes the leisure travel whose main objective is to see historical sites and events. Histori- Heritage tourism involves exploring a place's history and heritage through sightseeing, museums, and authentic research. It often combines history and with other attractions like shopping or resort stays, places with rich heritage and well-designed tours. So the last one is outdoor sport tourism. Sport tourism involves traveling for sport participation or viewing, managing, and marketing sport for commercial purposes, and involving competitive events for spectators and active participants. Any question, class? If you don't have any question, I will concluding my presentation. Um, Thanks for attention.